All right. Well. All right, guys, what's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? This is Wardell Potts Stream from Solar Records Radio, and then it is Indie Blues and all that jazz show here. And man, oh man, can you guys see who I got here on the show? We got Mr. Don Fleming up there in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Hey.
And we got our brother D.A. Williams, all the way in Florida. Whoa, whoa,
yes,
whoa.
Sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Brothers? I'm doing well. How y'all doing, man?
Oh man, we are good, man. We are so blessed. So this is technically the first show, and I can't get my headphones to work right. So, but I'm doing my best here. And so, but anyway, so we're going to start our show off. We're going to play you some jazz and stuff and everything. But man, how have you guys been doing?
Been good, man. Been trying to do this whole internet thing and, getting live streamed and all of these things, the rigmarole of it. It's, but once you get used to it, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what about you, D? How you been, man?
Man, I've been good. Yeah, I've been real good. Things are moving along, and can't complain a bit. I'm kind of used to the whole video thing. I've been doing it a minute. So but it's good. I'm glad to see you finally adopted. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's taking a minute, and I'm trying really hard to do this because I know that's where it's gone. And so I've been doing the shows for about a week every day, just doing stuff and sharing different thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And, just trying to do the right thing, man. That's all. So I want to play some music, you guys. I know that the day, we're supposed to be chilling like a villain and stuff. So Del, why don't you tell us a little bit about this song? Is that song? I think it's Roll McGee.
Oh, Rolly McGee. Yeah. Well, all of the tracks that I sent you, when you asked me did I have any tracks, they're all Philly musicians. And Rolly was a saxophonist back in Philadelphia. And, he did a lot of production with my dad. And so I had some tracks from Rolly, that I wanted to go ahead and play. And I forgot which one I sent you, but it should be pretty good. It should be pretty good.
All right. Well, let's get going with that here on Solar Records Radio. Much love to everybody, and thank y'all for tuning in today. We're going to have a good time. Here we go on Solar Records Radio.
Would I be wrong? Would I be right to keep on loving you when you stay out all night? I need your arms, all of your love, all the time. Oh yeah, I know it's true. They say this a woman's world, but you're around here acting just like a little girl. Go on, go on, go on, go on, little girl, go on. You said you was at your mother's. I called you on the phone. She said she haven't seen you for 'cause I'm so all alone. Yeah, little girl, darling, you know you did me so wrong.
Driving me crazy. If I didn't know any better, I think you're driving me mad. You can make trouble, but I'll be damned if you make me sad. If you make me sad, I'm not sticking around for your sugar-coated heartache. I'm not hanging around in case you change your way. You can make trouble, but I'll be damned you make me stay. Oh, don't girl, oh, don't girl, don't try to make me stay. You're gonna make me stay.
Wow. Brandon Lane right there, man. And that song is called Trouble.
Who was
And,
that? Brandon Lane?
yes. Yes. And
Bad boy.
bad boy. Yes, yes, yes. Don, are you on, Don?
I am here. I
All
am
right.
here. I enjoyed that. I like that. I was bobbing and weaving, you know.
So you yeah, both of y'all were bobbing.
Man, I almost grabbed my guitar over here, boy.
Man, let me grab my air guitar over here. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, so I remember playing with a great guitarist by the name of Teddy Lee Hooker, and he was out of Los Angeles, and his sister. Yeah, it was his sister. No, was it? I think it was his. No, I think it was his mother. No, his sister was dating John Lee Hooker. Y'all know what I'm talking about right there, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And so that was the thing. And it was a mess. Anyway, but it's the blues, right? It's the blues.
Yeah.
So anyway, when her little brother was born, they named him Teddy Lee Hooker. They named him after him. And
Okay.
yeah, and so he grew up, and as he was growing up, that whenever John would come around, he would teach Teddy how to play. And so Teddy became this great blues guitarist out of California, and was winning all these contests around the United States. And I played with him, and at first it was this thing, because I didn't like playing blues. Was depressing. The blues growing up, as a young man, I hear the blues, I go, oh, that's so depressing. How could people like that? I don't get it. And I
Right.
remember, and so I never, fell into that type of playing. And so when he asked me if I would play with him, I was like, dude, I said, I'll come to your jam session and see what y'all doing and stuff. So I went to the jam session, and he called me up and said, Wardell, come sit in with us. And so I got it. And man, that was some experience playing the blues. I felt so good. I don't think it was the alcohol. I hope it was.
Are you
probably-
you trying to
probably
admit
helped.
something on there right now?
I did have a couple of little drinks, and I was dating. Right? And so I was showing off a little bit. just trying to have a good time. And man, but I was really, really, to be all seriousness, I was scared, because that music was always dark and still.
Yeah.
But when I got to play it and play with him, and rest in peace, Teddy Lee Hooker. When I got to play with him, man, and it was this wonderful vibe. I think as you get older, you settle into that kind of stuff. You think so?
Yeah.
You think so? Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, it was a little different. because my dad, of course, was a big blues guy. You know, he was the blues DJ
There you
on
go.
the East Coast. So I was kind of familiar with it. And he always used to tell me, he said, you know, because I was a fusion drummer, right? I played jazz fusion.
Right.
And so my dad would always tell me, and my brother, he said, you know, y'all don't understand, but the blues is the foundation of all music. He said every other genre of music is going to come and go, but the blues is here to stay, right? And I used to laugh at him, right? But now that's like my music.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I love some blues, man. I love it. I love it.
Wow. And you know, so progressive jazz, we both played that. That was my thing as well.
Right, right.
Don Fleming, your thoughts?
Man, you know, I'm letting you musicians just kind of go at each other and talk about all of the substance behind it. Me as a, you know, I played the saxophone and things like that, but coming from my perspective, I come at it from a more historical focus behind the blues and how, you know, a lot of the pain that comes from it has kind of interjected throughout generations, and then the passing on the guitar riffs and you know, the words behind it and all of these things. That pain is always going to exist, whether we like it or not. But at the same time, the beauty of it is how we were able to pull out, kind of like that whole rose that grew from the concrete, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I saw. And when I hear that type of music, I can hear the pain behind it, but I can also appreciate the goodness, the greater good that type of music can bring out to people.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, you said something really important, the pain. You know, that struggle that we went through is real. And so I think about some of the stories I've heard in the past, and it really breaks my heart that we struggle so bad. It's so much that our people struggle so much that they had to create a way to communicate to each other to get out of slavery. You know, and that's through pain, right? And they're singing away, but it was used as a method of a metaphor of communication, right? You know, they had
exactly. And I want to add, because, you know, since the topic has been, you know, for the past 3 weeks have been kind of at the tipping point, the movie Sinners, you know, it kind of grasps, you know, people see it, okay, this is a vampire movie, this is what, but the template behind it is just the impact of the Delta blues and how it resonates to different genres, whether it's hip hop, whether it's funk, you know, all of that. You're starting to see that underlying that bubble that's kind of getting ready to kind of erupt through the cracks, and that was what I saw from that movie. Again, nothing to give anything away, because I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either, but I keep hearing about it. It is just like everywhere. And now that you just brought that up, I mean, is there a way that you can explain a little bit more about it without giving anything away?
Yeah.
Or just
no, the backdrop.
Who are the stars in it?
Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld. You have Delroy Lindo, Omar Miller. Wunmu, what's that young sister's name? Wunmi Masaka. Oh God, it's pretty much a great cast of people in that movie. I really
who directed it? Who directed it?
Ryan Coogler.
And so I heard that he was really special in the sense that he put this together. Like, how did like?
It's kind of it's a love letter to his late uncle.
Oh wow!
He was born. Of course, he's from Oakland, but he is his roots are in Mississippi, and it's basically he hear all the stories his uncle told him about Clarksdale, Mississippi. So basically, the backdrop of the movie takes place in Clarksdale, Mississippi in 1932.
Okay.
You know, Jim Crow, that was around, and again, you had a light depiction of Delta Slim, who was kind of a blues artist. Also, that's who Delroy Lindo played.
Okay.
But again, it's you definitely see the people always say, well, let's compare it to this vampire movie. No, forget all of that. I think there's an important storytelling when you understand, okay, Jim Crow, Mississippi, and vampires. But still, you can definitely see the impact of how music was able to kind of seep through the cracks when it came to understanding how different genres were bred from it.
Yeah.
DA?
Yeah, no, I saw a clip of actually I think it was Delroy, and it was part of the trailer, and he was talking about one of the songs that were done. They were in the car, and apparently it was almost ad-libbed. It just came up on the spot, and he talked about
I saw that interview.
Yeah, and they said they were going to take it out at first, and he went to the producer and said, "No, you got to leave that in because it's so special to the plot line of the movie." And you know, again, I haven't seen the movie, but it is amazing that it was that music that actually, I mean, it kept the people alive. It kept them thriving. They pushed through. And I think that the thing that becomes really interesting is when you think about like the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, Eric Clapton, you know, Cream, a lot of the artists that came over with the British invasion, they were actually influenced by like your Muddy Waters, your Howlin' Wolf, you know, those old blues guys, because they went over, and did some tours overseas, and they were really amazed that they were that big across the pond. But when they came back here, they were just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, that's the blues musicians. We don't want to hear that music because it reminds us of slavery, it reminds us of this, it reminds us of that. But it was really a music genre that really fueled even like the creation of rock and roll and a lot of those genres. And when you listen to it, the rock and roll and all of that, you hear those influences. You know, you really hear those influences. So it's like out of pain just came a blossom of good music. Blossom of good music.
Oh, wow.
And that's something that we can't stray over. People talk about, oh, we don't want to hear that, and that's depressing and things like that. To me, that is a part, the resilience behind it is a part of our DNA. Our resilience to overcome that. And again, through music, through whether it's religion, whether it's through philosophy, all of those things have been emboldened in us to, you know, as far as how we basically got out of it. And again, it's a reminder. It's a reminder because those who have no sense of history is doomed to repeat it. And I've always been an advocate of believing that, because we're starting to lose our history. People start, you know, kind of moving away from it. These things, who says these things aren't going to be repeated? And how to learn from it is to move forward and use those tactics to push ourselves forward. And if we don't do that, we don't have that mechanism, then it seems like a lot of us will continue to be lost in it. So
Wow.
But hopefully I didn't give away the plot too much. But again, if you get a chance to see it, Wardell, if you get a chance to see it,
I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it.
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, I want to see that, and I want to see The Chosen. And I understand that The Chosen is coming out not in the movies anymore, but on the regular channels that they charge you for. That should be coming out at the end of May. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
are you guys ready for Mother's Day? Now, DA, I know
Man,
you
look.
lost. I'm sorry, DA. He lost. Both of you, but see, both of you guys lost your moms.
Yeah.
So y'all could
Both
yeah,
of them.
but
Yeah,
both,
Mama
yeah,
Myrtle and my natural mom.
yeah.
Yeah, but
So
yeah.
how do you? I mean, I know you have wives and stuff, but so do you just focus on that, or but it's hard to get away from mom. How do you celebrate mom when she's not here? You just think
That's
about
a
the
good
good time.
question.
That's
That's
It
a
is.
good question.
I'm sorry, guys. I just
Oh no. I'm good. I think from my standpoint, I try to remember some of the lessons that she tried to instill in me. I think about, looking at my life now. What would, and it might sound kind of sappy, but hey, I'm a sappy kind of guy, believe it or not. With what I've become now and the man that I've become now, how would my mother view me? Would she be proud? Would she be discouraged? And so it's kind of in that way is my way of remembering and celebrating her influences, in my life. Same thing with like Myrtle, who kind of
right,
served, well, that Wardell. She
right.
served as my second mother.
Mhm.
But then there are other people that were in my life that were kind of mother figures that are still alive, and I
yeah.
always make it a point to at least call, hey, happy Mother's Day. Both my daughters are
Nice,
mothers,
Right,
so
right.
I get through it, I get
Yes,
through it. But, and of course, my wife, but there's nobody like mom, there's,
hmm
right.
you only get one,
Yeah, right,
so yeah.
right. Yeah. And Don.
I mean, I completely co-sign with that. I think, I lost my mother in 2021, complications of COVID. And,
Oof.
68 years old, a woman that basically molded me to the person who I am today, understanding the power of people say, well, no man can teach you, no woman can teach you to be a man. I understand that to a sense. I think the fact that I did have a mother and a father, although they were separated and whatnot, I had uncles that, if my father wasn't actively as far as physically near me, I had those uncles. And my mother raised my uncles, and so I kind of look at in a vicariously through that, when you talk about, yes, again, you say it doesn't, a woman, that whole saying, a woman, doesn't take care of a man, or have a man be a man and things like that. But
Right.
there are some nuances to that, and for her to mold me to be the man that I am, and understanding a woman's rights, women, whatever that women go through and things like that. I try not to feel like I'm centering myself as a man, but to be there, as the strength. And she taught me that, Go ahead, Wardell. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I co-sign everything you said, Daryl.
Yeah, it's true stuff.
Yeah. So and so my fortune is that my mother is still here, and my mom is 89 years old. She's about to turn 90. And
Wow.
and so I yeah. And so I call her every morning and every night.
Right.
Every morning and every night, just because I can.
Yes.
And so so when I hear you guys' stories, it's even it even allows me to, or forces me to continue to make sure that I enjoy her for as long as she's here. And
Absolutely.
she's had 5 I forgot what you call them, but she kind of goes blank, like it's almost like seizures, but she
Oh,
goes,
wow.
yeah, she goes,
Okay.
yeah, and so it's like one happened when my cousin died, and I called and I was like, Mom, why you guys didn't tell me my cousin died? And she's like, What are you talking about, boy? I was like, Mom, y'all didn't tell me Ben died. And she's like, Boy, what are you talking about? And then I realized,
Okay.
she don't know. And
Right.
that was my cousin that she raised.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
oh
Yeah.
man. And so we lost her for 6 months. Just she was in the
Wow.
meadows. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden she started coming back around, but she was just gone. And I was like, oh man, what did I do to my mom? So I'm very protective over her now because since then and
Should be. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. But Mother's Day is the only thing I talked about this the other day. I think it was yesterday. The only thing I don't like is so Mother's Day is the second most celebrated holiday. And
I know where you're going.
I know, and I'm like, wait, what the heck happened to Father's Day? Like,
Right.
and so I was looking at Google, man, and I look at on the list there's Christmas, and then that's number 1.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day is number 2. And I'm looking for
Right.
Father's Day. And I'm going down the list. I'm going, what?
It's probably way down there, man.
Dude, hey man. So then when I got to Halloween before Father's Day, I was like, what? Halloween
Right.
is before Father's Day is a more. Hey man,
Mhm.
and so we were down there 17th and 18th. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that's just
Mothers are special,
but
man.
what did the fathers do wrong? I just think we gotta like step up our game or something.
Yeah.
Because
No, I mean,
mothers
go ahead,
are
I'm sorry.
special. No, mothers are. I agree. I mean, you think about Mary and Jesus and all that.
Yeah,
I think yeah, they're very special. But we're way down below Halloween?
well, what can I say? What can I say?
It is what it is, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
so DA, why don't you tell us a little bit about Mose? Is that Mose?
Mose Davis.
Put your glasses on.
Yeah, I can't see it.
You remember Mose
Me
Davis?
neither. I can't either. So if I take these off, I just see blur.
We y'all notice I still got mine on, right?
Yeah, you got you don't even take them off.
Yeah, I can't see nothing without him.
Right.
Mose Davis, he's another Philly musician. I'm surprised you don't know about Mose Davis.
I probably do.
Yeah, Mose Davis was an organ player, keyboardist. I know y'all remember like the organ trio era, right? This is back with like Jimmy Smith, a lot of these guys in the 60s. It was like the organist was the man, so you have an organist, probably you might have a bassist, you got a drummer, saxophonist, but Mose Davis was a phenomenal organist back in Philadelphia, who again I had the pleasure of knowing, and he did a lot of work with my dad. And it's funny because when I was putting some stuff together for my dad's catalog, I came across this one song that you're gonna play, Mose Boogaloo. And I said, man, I wonder what Mose is doing now. So, I'm searching phone books, man, and going through everything, trying to find Mose Davis in Philadelphia. And I called this guy and I'm talking to him, and he's like, he starts laughing, right? I'm like, why are you laughing? He said, I'm not the Mose Davis that you think I am. I get these calls all of the time, right? He said, you're probably looking for the musician Mose Davis, right? I'm like, yeah, my bad. He's like, no, it happens all the time. But Mose passed away a while ago. But again, their music lived on. I mean, he's phenomenal. And the stuff sounds today as good as it did back then. So that's kind of my take on Mose Davis.
All right, but before I play his music, I want you to explain to Don, because Don appreciates history, especially Black history. And but DA, if you can explain to him and the listeners who your father was to the city of Philadelphia, because you keep saying your father this, your father, and people are like, well, who's it? I want people. I want to make sure everybody knows who. See, I grew up listening to his father. His father was my DJ, and this is regular. This is traditional radio. I go turn the TV radio on, and there's his dad. As a matter of fact, his dad had a store around the corner from my father's gas station, and I didn't even know it. I didn't know it was his dad's store.
Yeah.
This is what you call this is what you call a small world, I guess. In Philadelphia is kind of a small town, I guess, huh?
No, well,
I know you have to jump in.
Well, there's certain sections you want to stay out of. That's a small.
You don't want to go.
Yeah, you don't want.
I've been to Philly.
My dad, K. Williams Sr., was a pioneer on-air radio personality, a DJ, for those who don't know what I'm talking about. But
a real DJ.
He got started in radio, I believe, in like 1949. Worked with a lot of the Philadelphia radio stations, WHAT, DAS. Was back with Georgie Woods, Jimmy Bishop. This is back when the Uptown Theater was popping, the Tower Theater. He was giving a lot of shows, concerts. But he also owned a record label, Junior Records, which had a number of pretty big hits back in the 50s. We Get a Job by the Silhouettes, Let Me In. I think that was Yvonne Baker. My mother discovered Solomon Burke. My dad gave a lot of concerts with people like B.B. King, Ike and Tina Turner. So that's kind of the community that I grew up in, so, that older kind of music and kind of understanding of the music and broadcast industry from that standpoint, I kind of had a firsthand view of it, so I just think it was all very interesting, especially in light of some of the current happenings with our artists nowadays.
Well, I just wonder, like, how was it for you? I mean, your dad is a celebrity in town, and everybody's trying to get his autograph, and then he comes home and he closes the door and he's home, and he's just daddy to you, right?
He was just dad.
right.
What time we going fishing?
Right.
I mean, he was dad. And the funny thing is, he used to always tell me and my brother, he said, you guys' problem is you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. And I had no idea what he's talking about.
Right. What is that?
And considering this is like the 60s, I'm like, well, everybody lives like this. This is kind of like the norm. Everybody does this.
Hey, DA. I don't want to be cliche. I didn't really, I apologize for interrupting. I had to ask because I know it's cliche to ask, but how old were you when you realized that your dad was a little bit more than your dad on the broader sense of Philadelphia?
Right. How old was I?
When you realized it?
Probably.
Again, I know it's a little cliche, but I had to ask.
Yeah, I would say probably. I think when it really hit me, I was probably, don't laugh, I was probably in my 30s.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, when it really hit me.
Wow.
And I say that because I thought everybody lives like this is the the
Life.
way everybody lives, right?
Right,
You know,
right.
Right.
So, I mean, keeping in mind that, you know, I'm hanging out with like Stanley Clark. This is pre-Chick Corea days. Jerry Brown. Who else was back then? Grover Washington. These were people in the neighborhood that I would just go hang out with. You know, I mean, I was a lot younger. And so it's like, well, you know, your dad this, your dad that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, whatever. But when I got older and I started looking into like broadcast history, and I'm running across articles about my dad in like Billboard magazine back in the like 50s and 60s, then it started dawning on me, oh, wait a minute, this cat was pretty big, you know. But growing up, that was just dad. I mean, I knew he was pretty popular, and that's probably why in my early teens, I kind of developed a little bit of arrogance and stuff, but I outgrew it, I think. But so I always knew he was something, but I didn't realize how big of a something he actually was.
Okay.
You know, I didn't understand it.
But you used to go to those, but you used to go to these concerts and you're backstage.
All the time. Yeah. I mean,
Right.
that's what
Everybody was
do.
doing that. He thought it was normal.
It's, you know, I remember being at a show at the Uptown Theater. I'll make this short. And I forgot who was on the show, but you know, back then, you go to a show at the Uptown, that's a Motown review, you see everybody. You go see all the artists. Right. And so they would always play a movie before the artist. So, you know, we would go in, you know, be backstage, come back out, go sit down watching the show. I remember one time I just decided I'm just going to get up and walk on backstage. And I walked in the dressing room, and whoever the artist was, they had a room full of chicks. You know, they was doing all kind of stuff, right? And they started going off on me, right? So my dad must have heard it, and he walked in. He said, wait a minute. That's my son. This my show. Don't nobody talk to him like that. You know, he said, come on, boy. You know, you shouldn't be back here no way. And went and sat down, and everybody gave him his respect. I had no clue of how big he actually was. I had no clue.
Wow. That's it. That's just awesome. I love it. I love that story.
I love hearing stories like that, man.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Late bloomer, DA, but you good.
Yes.
I know. Yeah, I was a real late bloomer. Then it didn't help that my brother was K Jr. either, though.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't win. You can't win.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we got to talk about his brother a little bit too. But God bless you guys. We're gonna take a little small music break, and then we'll be right back and we'll close it out with you guys when we come back. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today here on Solar Records Radio. This is D.A. Williams, Don Fleming, and Wardell Potts Jr. for Solar Records Radio. Here we go, D. This is your boy. Let me get these mics going here. All right, guys, y'all back on. So, what do you think? What do you think about that?
Wow.
Mo's a bad boy, ain't he?
That's a bad- yeah, my goodness gracious, these guys. I mean, they play like this. Is nothing to it, dude. And I remember trying to play
Y'all make me
straight.
want to get out of my zoot suit, man. I got a zoot suit, man. Right back here. I put on my
God.
zoot suit. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Go get it. Go get it. But I remember DA trying to play this kind of music, man. Trying to play that stuff, and I was like, no, I'm not playing that.
I mean, when you hear, and again, it goes back to the history. When you hear that, you think about the Louis Jordans and
Yes.
the Big Joe Turner and you
Yeah.
know, all the, I think about Caledonia. When you hear something like that,
Ooh.
takes you again. I'm a lover of music, but I'm also
Yeah.
like be more of a historian of it, and I really enjoy it. I do what I love, man.
Right. Exactly.
Amen, guys.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it.
So we try to do this for the first time together. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
appreciate, I got two DJs here, or if that's what you call it. I don't know if y'all call yourselves that anymore. What do y'all call yourselves?
With air personality.
Yeah, okay.
I'm on air personality.
Yeah.
So
I
I
don't
got
mix anything. I mix drinks. But
and so I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me as we're getting everything set up and stuff, and we appreciate it. And I started out doing my show. Started out doing DA's show with him. He's the one that's taught me how to do this, and then I ended up with this other guy up above you, right? And
who
Don,
is that? Who's that guy?
Who's Don Fleming?
Yeah.
And
Right.
Don's in his 40s, man.
Well, I just turned 50.
Oh wait,
Okay.
you did?
Yeah, I'll be 51 in July.
Oh dang, I'm a year late.
Man, how old are you, Wardell?
21 and holding, baby. 21 and holding.
Boy, look.
I'm 67 years old, going on 68.
So when's your birthday?
October the 30th.
Okay, so you're a couple months older than me. I'll be 67 in January.
67. I'll be 68.
You'll be 68.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're about a year older than me. Okay.
Almost.
Man,
yeah.
you're getting old, man. You're getting old.
Yeah, man, you getting up there.
Look who's talking.
Getting up there, y'all. Getting up there.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm the one with the gray though.
You got the gray?
Yeah, I got the gray.
Yeah,
I got
you
the
got it
streak
right
here.
there. That's some serious
Yeah,
stuff.
I love it.
Can I let you in on a little secret, Don?
Go talk to me.
There's a reason that I shave. There's a reason I'm bald head. If my stuff grow out, man, I look like I'm gray as I don't know what.
Oh,
Yeah. I
well,
like it though, but yeah.
Both of you cats look young though, man. So look, I know you probably with your wives and all of that, but secretly between y'all, since nobody listening but us, but y'all probably pull some 20-year-olds.
Oh, I ain't trying to do that. Jeez.
Hey, look, that I ain't gonna say it.
No, that's not good.
That's between us though.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Nobody.
That's what got Shay Shay in trouble.
Oh Lord. See, y'all.
Yeah. But anyway, getting back to the music. Right?
Yeah.
Back to the music. Yeah, back to the music.
All right, guys. Well, God bless
This was
y'all.
fun though.
And thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. And my wife, she just can't stay out of the anyway, but God bless all of you guys, and thank you so much for your time and everything. And
Absolutely, man. My
tomorrow we
pleasure.
got Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday.
Who we got, man?
We got D.A. Williams.
All right. Bet.
Cordell Silly.
That's our special guest right there. Again, until we get one.
But
They're
man,
all
look, I
special
wish
guests.
y'all great success, man, on the on the venture with going with the live video stuff. There's a good space out there for it. And it's very much needed. It's very much needed to keep the legacies alive, Very much.
Amen. Yes, sir. We're going to do our best to provide, that to the listeners, and just give them whatever we can to help support their needs, or and we want to pray for people as well. So we do that here, like Kevin Spencer from Dynasty, the lead singer, suffering, and so I want to make sure that we,
okay.
you guys keep him in prayer. He's in the hospital. And so please keep him, find your time and just pray for Kevin. And
we'll do.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, y'all all take care. Thank y'all again.
Same to you. Blessings to you and the wife. Don, blessings to you and the family. And I'll talk with y'all later on.
Same to you.
All right. Oh, Don, anything in closing, Don?
Again, man, I think the sky's the limit, man, as far as getting our platform out there, man. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think I got to be a little bit more computer savvy. I apologize for that, but I think
we all figuring it out together,
man. I think the beauty of it is once we're there, I mean, again, the sky's the limit, and again, you never know who's listening. You never know who's reaching out to those words of wisdom, whether it's from DA, whether it's from Wardell, or I guess myself. Someone is, someone is listening, and someone is taking in some of the, some of the good vibes and some of the good things that we try to say and we try to bring out for the people, because it's all love at the end of the day.
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to say thanks to Mike Murray too for helping us out. Much love.
Shout out to Mike, King Mike.
Mike. All right, guys. Good night, and we'll see you later, DA. Don.
All right.
All right,
guys.
Good night. God
bless.
bless.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Peace.